Well, my money's on Custard unless he gets messed up in the beginning.
Yeah, he's quite good.
I've never played the PT recently, so this will be fun to see. Custard unless he gets.
Let's look at the system. Got a main planet.
I think it's a pretty good
2 moons.
system.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm glad that the Smashable isn't alright, so.
I heard the sound. I think that means.
Everybody's spawned in. And they're all invisible.
I can't see anybody.
We press F5 and reload and then
Oh no! I just have to hit the eyeball button.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. What do we see? Oh, we've got burnt custard started in the water.
Oh, and no metal except for that he's got the massive expansion next to him.
Yeah, he's got a good place to go. So that's.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna mess with him.
And the wrong cat's out in the middle of the lake as well.
Everybody's pretty spread out.
Yeah, everybody is pretty spread out. Good. But there's also a huge kind of area to the south of Pink. I guess is civil science.
Empty.
Open.
There's like a whole half of the planet that's empty.
Yeah. So I think Orbital's a little cheaper than it was.
Yeah.
Too. Not a ton cheaper, but it's a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we're doing balance changes, we're trying to keep track of it in terms of time. So we'll look at the factory or the Faber metal drain, see if we think that's in a good place, and then we'll look at what things it builds and how long it takes as a result.
Yeah. You don't want them getting orbital too soon, because then you'll get those people that just go straight orbital.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to be a risk like anything else. So boombots are very good. They were too good before. We increased their speed to 40. Just for reference, a Skitter, the vehicle scout, is 25 speed, and a plane is 90. So the boombots move very quickly now. We had to lower their damage from 1,000 to 250 because 1,000 was like, oh, I found an unpredicted commander. I guess he loses.
I feel like they should be able to one-shot power plants and metal extractors, but nothing else should be one-shot, at least.
Yeah, we may have over-nerfed them, but better than having them too strong.
Yeah.
And here comes
Bombot-only games would have been terrible.
White Docks walking by the pink base. Quiz.
Black Air Scouts.
Yeah, there he
going
goes.
I feel something. Just got the Grenadier coming after it.
So the docks, you can see, if you look at the
Jesus.
light ring around the docks, he's actually got very low range in both
Yes, he
vision
does.
and he's cheap. He can do harassment damage to things like unprotected fabbers like this one, but he just can't see very far.
Like a light scout.
Super. We want him to be that raiding unit that I think people often do think of him as.
Yeah.
But distinct from an assault unit like the Grenadier. So
I like how their animation looks when they're up at this speed. They just look like little gremlins. It's kind of creepy.
yeah, Bert Custard's almost done with his orbital factory, so he's got the GTFO plan going on.
Looks like Philo's going bombots.
Max is also almost done with his. In fact, we've got a launch from
Yo,
Bert
just
Custard.
got his done.
Does either one of them have deep space radar? No, so they can't actually see that both of them are keeping, and it's both commanders.
This will be interesting.
I think in free-for-alls, getting off the planet is super important.
This dude's got up a T1 orbital radar. I guess it's T1. Grenadier rating from pink on brown.
They're actually headed to different planets.
Oh, they are. What wonder which one Custard went to. I bet Custard went to the Smashable.
I think Custard went to the Metal Planet.
Looks like.
Oh, I'm sorry, no, Custard
Custard's
went to the
yellow.
Yeah, he went to the Coast.
Yeah, he's already that way. It's a risky move, but Max will be able to pull it off. Definitely, he doesn't have a chance. He doesn't risk getting smashed there at least. Custard is sending his satellite and a mobile fabricator.
He's actually completely abandoned his base.
Ignoring his base.
He just
And
well,
it's
he's
getting
building.
destroyed.
He's building a Grenadier. So, but he's gonna lose that orbital.
That was,
He
I don't
really prioritized
think he
getting off
honestly
the
needed
planet,
it.
which is not too bad because he really did have a lot of expansion right there. But he also escaped with that
So what
orbital
about-
fabricator, which will help him build quickly.
That'll be great for assisting ground.
Yeah.
That's going to be the new assistification thing. They're going to use orbital fabricators to assist everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was
With
always
all
there, right?
areas.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember if what the the energy ratio is with those. So,
They're pretty high, I think.
pretty good ratio, you mean?
I think the usage is pretty high, so I don't think you could put multiple. Like multiple wouldn't be that really worth it. And their move speed isn't that great either.
Yeah. So we did, as you can see,
Just
Max is almost to the far moon. We sped up the total celestial travel time a little bit ago.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, we
There
did.
is a stuff over its way here. Go ahead.
The other thing that we did that I don't know if anybody realizes is that the Tech 2 salt bots, the slammers, are now amphibious. They can walk onto the water's surface like the commander. They shoot torpedoes while they're in the water.
That's pretty cool. Custard's actually reclaiming his bot factory with an engineer to get that extra metal, which I find hilarious.
Who's doing that?
Custard at his old base, he's actually just reclaiming his factory instead of actually using it. Or he was for a second there.
That is very funny. Maybe he just needed it to help his base on the moon.
Yeah. Looks like he needs power though. Both of his power generators.
Max's
Max
commander
is
has
there,
arrived,
he's-
but he hasn't actually done anything. Oh, there he goes. Now setting it down. So that planet is the moon is a smashable, but having the moon and no other planet is not actually that interesting, right? Like, oh, you can
Not
smash,
that much of an
but
option though. Yeah.
what of it?
He could smash the main planet and then send his commander to the metal planet, and then pull it back when it lands. But that doesn't seem very a good idea because you just start over.
Yeah, you start over, and then the guy on the metal planet says, "Thanks for the win, buddy."
Yeah. Basically, he's just ensuring that he doesn't get smashed by somebody who would just say whatever and just smash it just to smash it. I think Max made the better move there, though, honestly.
Yeah, if you're gonna just have one planet, you might as well get the bigger one.
Yeah. Just because that one planet is so small, which is what I really like about when people do smashables and they don't have that much eco on them. So the only reason you go there is because it's smashable.
So Andres
Brown is really on top of
in
the people.
gray, he has the best economy, 138 metal per second. That's actually
Like the cat.
what's that?
Wrong cat, just DC, I guess.
Oh.
When he left.
He was having a video driver problem. Maybe he's just restarting. Getting over it.
Possibly.
You know, we did do a lot to try to make sure that Tier 2 was both achievable and worthwhile. So we took armies of like levelers versus Tier 1 tanks.
Is there any sort of T1 to T2 ratio that you're looking for to go towards that you like or anything, or do you not know yet?
It needs to be pretty close, but
Yeah.
the Tier 2 stuff in general should be a little bit stronger. Like, there's got to be some payoff going to Tier 2. The other thing is that the Tier 2 units will tend to have, like, better range or better utility in some way. So
It
these
seems like a good idea.
gray tanks are taking out the wrong cat's little proxy there. They're spending a lot of time shooting those walls, which isn't the greatest. The other thing, I don't know if you saw this, but the Tier 2 bomber isn't really a bomber anymore. It's a long-range assault flying unit that hovers and shoots tactical missiles.
That's pretty cool.
But it's
I'd
got
like to
longer
see some of
range than
those.
any of the anti-air, except for a fighter,
That's
of
nice.
course, which can fly in.
Yeah. I think it's a good balance. There's a proxy from Custard. He's building a portal and an anchor on the main planet next to Brown. Brown almost has T2 vehicles, though. So this will be interesting.
So I haven't seen anyone else leave the main planet, so they're all focused on fighting over that, which is giving Custard a chance to just totally take over the moon. And
Oh, God.
see if we can find the far moon. Well, Max, I think his attention might be split because he's building.
I don't think he's really...
He's not expanding on the metal planet nearly as much as I would have thought.
Really?
Well,
His
I guess
attention doesn't...
yeah, his base is pretty much dead.
Yeah. His ego looks like it's down, and that's what he's just waiting for to recover, it looks like, I guess.
I guess so. The other thing we did is, like, if you look over Max's base on the original planet, you can see that he's got a radar satellite. Oh, well, just ran out of power.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see that we increased the vision radius that the satellite gives you.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Is it the same as a T1 radar, or what?
I think it's about the same as a T1 radar for vision.
Looks pretty similar. So it's still an upgrade, but it's the same range as what I think.
Yeah, it's an upgrade. We wanted to make them more useful. They're not obviously nearly as good as the advanced radars, which are awesome. There's a huge aerial battle over the water over here between Cat and Lot 9001.
So there is.
And
Mott has picked on a lot of people. Like, he's attacked a lot of people, and I feel like that's not going to pay off well for him.
Yeah, he's involved in a fight with Pink, which I think he's just going to wipe out Philo Science there, because Philo's doesn't have a lot of units left, and has lost a lot of his structure. So, not getting punished for that, and he's getting units out in the water. I think he might lose his.
Gonna die, or at least not gonna win.
Who is?
He should definitely. White looks like he's gonna get wrecked pretty soon.
Oh yeah, he's actually commander's actually under assault there. He lost his line of factories, and he's working on tier 2 factory there actually. So sniper bots from the tier 2 factory, they will he save that? Nope, it's gone. He's lost all the fabricators.
His commander could save it if they don't target it down, but I feel like those tanks are gonna kill it.
Almost got it.
That's a critical mistake from them to not attack that.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. Like, looks like they're moving very slowly.
I don't know.
Now will he turn and yeah? So he's working on that again. But there's a ton more.
Third of the way done with no.
Oh, here come the bots. Here come the boom bots.
Bots. Yeah.
Oh, look at the damage on his commander.
That's pretty nice. They're definitely not as deadly as they were before, but they're a lot more faster, which I like.
Yeah, they have a much more greater chance of reaching somebody, but not but not quite as devastating when they do. Yes, I am talking to Posidian, and he is not a dev, but he is a streamer that you should follow on his Twitch channel, which he's also running.
Oh, interesting. I think Max is pumping out multiple radars on top of each other.
Max is red. Still has that one radar.
Yeah, on the main planet. It looks like. I think he built another radar, or he's sending his up into space.
Custard has a really nice foothold here back on the planet. He's got a teleporter, he's got an anchor above it, and he's brought through a bunch of units. Yeah, pretty good. I'm really hoping somebody goes Tier 2 air, and we got Tier 2 vehicles from Brown, Mott 9001.
What would be really interesting if you guys added teleporters. You don't automatically attack your enemy's teleporters, so you can actually use them. Because I noticed that you could go through enemy teleporters, which is really cool. I don't
You
know
just
if
have to
that's
use
a
the
bug or
use
not,
command,
but
right?
yeah, it'd be nice if units didn't auto attack. Like he could use that to invade the moon, but his shells are automatically firing on it.
Yeah.
And that would be a really cool concept to the game if your teleporter could come back and bite you in the butt.
Well, I mean, if you want to do that, you can just change your orders to not hold your fire.
Yeah.
So that is the end of Burnt Custard's teleporter for now. It doesn't take long
At least that one.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. If he wants to put up another one, it's not that big a deal. But Brown has a sheller, and that sheller is doing work. I know what a fan of shellers you are. I saw you had a giant on your stream the other day. You had a giant.
I just think they're just a little too OP. So
I think we revisited them, but I remember we discussed like it feels weird that they cost less than a pelter and they're like a mobile version of it. That just seems wrong.
Yeah. I definitely feel like it could be cool if you made them just how they are, but a little bit more expensive, so they were rare and you had to micro them. Be a nice thing to add into the game. I definitely feel like maxing shellers up is just a win-all. Like, because if you do some AA with them, then they're not going to die. Like, there's nothing that can defeat that.
Yeah, well, I think maybe some of those advanced bombers types.
Then again, I haven't seen those, so I don't know. I'm just commenting on the current code.
Yeah.
And what I've heard you say. Yeah.
Okay, well, that is the end of the Burnt Custard foothold.
The Burnt Custard
Except that he still
invasion.
has the anchor. Kind of like to see him get another anchor out there, actually. And amusingly, his original base is still mostly there.
He's still getting the metal and the range and the vision from that.
So there's a nice missile going down in Brown's base.
Interesting.
Now, if we look over at the metal planet, you can see that he's actually started to expand quite a bit. Max.
Custard's on there. Custard's on the metal planet.
No. Max is on the metal planet. Custard's on the
Look around the outside.
Oh, he is on the other side. Yeah, he is there.
Yep.
Thank you for that. He's got the now there's roaming are those roaming boom bots? They are, but you can see that the boom bots have very low vision now. Like
they have almost no chance.
Yeah, so if they're roaming around like that individually, they're just gonna get picked off.
Max.
I mean, he's not gonna even really know. They're just gonna like roam around.
You can see him die, but that's it. Like he doesn't know anything's there except for the two tanks that have just now appeared on his mechs. Like none of that's on radar coverage. I really like.
He's got some Avengers over there now. If we switch the view to him, yeah, he can see those.
He could. Custard does have an orbital.
He's got an umbrella, yeah.
So he can't go over. Yeah, he can't go over there and drop down an anchor on top of him, which is unfortunate. It looks like Custard's just gonna take the metal planet from Max and then smash the main planet.
That seems like a really good plan. So who's on the? So it's funny. It almost makes the metal planet or the main planet fight irrelevant. Except that if somebody ends up dominating the main planet, then maybe they can get away in time. But
looks like Pink's going to die. Pink has invaded the moon with no way out of there, and he's just getting bombers piled on top of him.
Oh yeah. So that commander's doomed. Wow,
Custard
that was
is exploiting
really
the glitch with the bombers.
Unwise to go so late to their planet like that with your commander.
Without any knowledge of what's on it. Yep.
Yeah, with no recon and that.
Paid for it.
Yep, one down. By the way, we did kind of buff both Tier 1 bombers and fighters because they now kind of own that role exclusively. There's no kind of equivalent in Tier 2. So we made them, somewhere in between. We don't want them to be so good that they just destroy stuff at tier 1, but the tier 1 bomb is now a carpet bomb series as opposed to...
I like it. Do you address the roll-off time for air factories at all? Have you changed that at all?
No, I think it's still 2 seconds for air factories, 3 seconds for bot factories, and 4 seconds for vehicle factories. What's wrong with it, do you think?
I think the air factory roll-off might be bugged, or it's just really fast, because what I've seen and what I've seen from the current build, unless you've changed it in the PTE, is that they roll off really fast, and it's really easy to get 90 to 100 bombers with only 4 or 5 factories in a couple minutes.
Alright, I can look at that. Alright, so he's really got control of the moon, and he's currently working on tier 2 metal on the moon as well. Oh no, those are metal storage.
Doesn't look like Max is really reacting at all to Custard's invasion.
Yeah, Custard's actually spread out a lot on this on the metal planet. Is Max paying attention to the main planet? No, he's only got that one spot, right?
Yeah, he's just them that one there, and he's not really doing anything on here. He's building factories now, but he's building more bomb bots. So I guess he's just testing the bomb bots out for our sake.
Yeah, maybe so. So there's a big swarm of bomb bots. See how they do against this army. Yeah, they're taking out a bunch of them.
They do look really cool. They do look really cool when they line up like that so fast.
Yeah, you really need to have a cluster, a big chunk of the army. I think they can be. Again, they might be on the slightly weak side. I'm not sure, but we did test them out. Like, what I did is I made an AI game, and I tried to win by just building bomb bots from the beginning. And before the change, when we still had up their speed to 40, but we had their damage still at 1,000, it was pretty easy to just win using only bomb bots. Once I got it down to 250, it was no longer easy to win, but they still felt useful. I still was able to take out armies. You know, felt if I'd managed it better, it could have gone well. He's got those Aventels in the base of Max now on the moon.
It looks like Max is just going bomb bots just to go bomb bots.
Yeah, and it looks like it's
not
going to work out for him.
It's good testing. Oh. He just doesn't have the production, and he doesn't have the mount of them either.
Yeah, he doesn't have a tower there.
Should have worked on securing this.
Oh, it's shooting that.
Really.
So here come more bomb bots. See how they do against this big army. Yeah, they got in there. Oh, he right-clicked. Attack. You got to really attack move with bomb bots. So we did take out a big cluster of those. So good game, PS. That is a person's having difficulty taking.
That's what happens when you go bomb bots only.
Responsibility,
which is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it shouldn't be like, oh, build this one unit and win. Like that's.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. There's a big discussion about shields on the forums, and internally we were like, shields are boring. Like, you know, Subcom, you'd be in these situations where every base was covered with shields, and all you had to do was just pour your entire economy into killing the shields in order to try to break through, and it like took out all the strategic considerations because you just had to like pour damage into the shield.
I definitely like it that units die more frequently in this game than any other game.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. So
the wrong cat has been kicked out of the water and is like running to the shore. Unfortunately, he's kind of walking towards the Bot 9001's base, so I think this may be the I surrender comm bomb going on here.
It could be. He does have T2 up, so he definitely could have used that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any metal for it, though. But he doesn't know that he can't expand it.
He's building vanguards without shellers. Oh, he does have one sheller. Yeah, he doesn't have the economy to run that, even that one factory, right? Factory 60.
No, he doesn't have any economy.
Yeah. Factory
he said 37% efficiency.
And he has 51 and 2,000 energy.
And he's building.
He would need to stop all of the production. And then here come the shellers on his commander. So that looks like the end. Oh! Takes out some stuff. Almost took out that umbrella. Now, final moments. He does get the umbrella in the end with his explosion.
Nice explosions.
Yes.
I froze completely though.
So, where are we at here?
Did you-
Andreas is looking pretty massive.
Did you freeze?
I did freeze.
Okay.
So
It
if
should recover in about 2 minutes.
really? Why?
Yeah.
This is something you've seen before?
Yeah.
Why you no tell me, bro?
I just saw it today.
Oh, it's new with the PTE build?
No, I saw it today in the regular build, but I haven't seen it before. I've had games go to server disconnection, server crashes, but I haven't seen it stall like this ever since today.
Okay, that's very weird. Well, Rick Custer's looking very good with his 1,000 metal per second.
It's a good pause to examine.
Yeah, he's now got a lot of
Custard's
tier 2
still not
metal.
gonna win.
Yeah, he's really rocking it. And he's using that to take over the metal planet. So,
Taking that eco.
I think he's still kind of playing with a there is no tier 2 mentality, which is understandable given the previous builds.
He doesn't really need it. He doesn't have any of these situations. Like, those are both small planets, and T2 can easily get killed on smaller planets. It's not really... I don't think him, he's a T2 player as much either anyway.
Brown actually is the second biggest economy. Gray slightly behind that.
I'm really surprised that Brown's still alive and nobody's coming after him, because he's got T2 naval up and he's building ships.
Yeah. Got that Leviathan
Look
battleship
at it.
like 20% done. There's the connection to
just one
server
point.
lost.
Oh, there we go. Didn't look over. The game was pretty much over anyway.
Yeah.
That's not that bad then. Now we move up channels.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, was I
Custard
winning?
number one.
Burnt
Custard
Custer was
number
winning.
one.
You're all dicks. I
Nice.
hate you all.
How much was I winning by?
You
Custard
had over
was-
1,000 metal per second, and the next person had like 450, 470.
Yeah.
And you
Winning
had
by
the
2
moon.
planets.
Since you had the moon, and you were beating Max like a redheaded stepchild.
That's bullshit.
on the
Max
metal
died, he
planet.
deleted his commander.
I've got a new one up.
Closed race.
Yeah, I think what was the end of that story was going to be Burnt Custard finishes off Max on the metal planet and then smashes the main planet and wins.
Yep.
That's just
That's a good system, actually, isn't it?
It is good.
It was interesting.
I don't know. My spawn was pretty atrocious.
Max, you could've
mine
won
wasn't great.
that if you would have
Five
got anything
metal
but bomb
water.
bots.
So Custard, it was interesting.
unit.
Your starting spot wasn't great by itself, but near you was like a ton of expansion that actually had nobody on it.
I just wanted to get off
Yeah.
that planet.
Yeah, I mean, I think in free for alls, the space race is really important because you do get in that situation where it's like I spend half an hour duking out with everyone else, and then a planet lands on my head, and I'm sad.
So it's pretty much the Cold War. Oh.
With planets.
So,
First one to the moon wins.
have you guys looked at the notes on what the PE build has in it in terms of balance?
Not especially, if I'm honest.
I have.
So there's been some
Of
changes to
course.
try to make tier 2 vehicle or tier 2 units. Okay, we haven't done anything on naval yet. So tier 2 in general is supposed to be better balanced versus in terms of affordable to create
Coast.
a unit mix that can fight the tier 1. So that's just a general thing that's happened. There's also tier 2 bots. The slammers are amphibious and can go underwater, and they will shoot torpedoes when they're in the water.
What?
What did you call it?
The slammer,
Are they amphibious?
they're amphibious.
The,
they can
the
they can-
flamers.
Yeah, so that's the vanguards now fire they have the same DPS as they did with the flame, but now they fire an uber cannon. a very short range version of the Uber Cannon.
Shit.
The new Tier 2 bot that is kind of an artillery bot that fires tactical missiles. The catapult range is quite a bit shorter. It's just a little bit longer than the towers, so it's a little bit better. It's more of a defense type of unit than our super long range, and it's cheaper as well. Also firing tactical missiles. The advanced bomber now will hover and fire tactical missiles at range, and it moves very slowly. And what else is there? And the sniper bot will shoot down tactical missiles. So we've added a bunch of ways in which tactical missiles are now available with the
And defendable.
and now you also have a way to do something about them with by building sniper bots. And then Tier 1 air, I think, is a little buffed.
It seems a little bit more expensive.
A little more expensive. It's a little stronger. It's a little bit more likely to be able to, like anti-air is a little more balanced with Tier 1 air. And of course, all the Tier 2 factories can now build all the Tier 1 stuff, which I think was in before.
Yeah.
And but remember that when it does build those things, it builds them really fast because it has.
But then there's the massive roll-off time.
There's still a roll-off time that's, I believe, still 2, 3, or 4 seconds depending on type.
Well, with stuff like the boom bots, the roll-off time is much bigger than the build time.
Yeah, but boom bots are only like 3 seconds build time anyway, so you'd really want to do them. Like, you really need to have a lot of factories to do boom bots max.
Yeah. That's I think the new boom bots are awesome. The speed and the limited vision is really fun.
Yeah, like if you
Wow,
can, it's a little more micro intensive because you want to bring a scout with them, but you don't want to have it in the same selection because they'll slow down to match that scout speed. But if you put an air unit, like an air scout with them, pretty good.
We had some really crazy Boombot Wars games with the new cheaper Boombots, and they were really funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's space
I
race.
see GG right now. And
I keep getting some shitty fucking spawns.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
back to
here
the other
too.
channel. See you guys.
It would be interesting if the main planet was like orbiting one planet and the main planet was the only smashable. That'd be
Yeah,
interesting,
we need
I
to do
think.
something about what happens when you smash planets with other planets orbiting them. There's an issue there.
Apparently, is it just not possible, or is it just above where it
No,
does? So,
like, in our rush to get to beta and have smashable planets, we just would take the planet that's smashed and stick it in the sun to hide it. And so that's what happens, and it brings its moons with it, and then the moons are like
okay.
sun diving in and out. It's silly.
I've got a clip stream actually, and it's one of the only 2 highlights. And it's one where that happens,
Yeah,
and the planet spins abnormally fast.
yeah, it's
Kind of
broken.
funny.
What I think we're gonna do, we've talked about it already, because obviously that's like, is we're gonna
That's right,
make it so
issue.
when you drag the main planet away, the planets orbiting it will just go into a sun orbit from wherever they were, because those planets essentially are in a sun orbit, except for they're like in a wobbly sun orbit going around the Earth.
It'd be interesting if you could change planets' orbits with engines,
That
or
is,
if there were planets that were only movable but not smashable.
I think we actually have that capability, and it's like, how do you express that in UI? Actually,
Yeah.
we're going to change the
Yeah,
way
that's
you launch planets. Like, we may choose
Uh-huh.
to keep the same UI,
Uh-huh.
but in addition, it's like you should be able to just select a Halley, click on attack, choose a planet, and then have it like, okay, it's launched. Like, great. What did you do with that Halley? You attacked. Okay, that's how you attack.
I definitely like it in the drop-down menu on the planet list, though. That's also a nice place to keep it.
Yeah, we don't have to get rid of that. I just think that
Yeah, it'd be a good.
it's
more ways to do
it's hard
things
for
is
people to
always good.
figure out right now, and so more ways for them to discover it is better. So, what's going on here? I have everybody started, but I don't have any. I don't see
People.
commanders. I don't see
You gotta
anybody.
click on the
Oh wait, I gotta click on the eye again. Right.
spectator. I was
Man.
doing that the whole time too. I'm not gonna lie.
I've gotta. I will.
Everybody's the same colors, I think, which is amazing. We're close to it.
Should have all. Add.
Custard's going for his space race again.
Well, I kind of gave
Looks
away
like-
his plan, right? Like so. Yeah. I mean, he's doing it very aggressively, which I like. Purple also doing it, so Andreas is doing it, and pink, no. Brown, yes.
Pink looks really far behind. So does brown.
Orange, no. Purple, yes, I already mentioned that, I think so. So we do have several
Formats
people.
got all waters.
Yeah, that's
Several
unfortunate.
people
Oh,
going
Max actually also
He's
got
fine.
out a deep space radar.
Oh,
So he's going to see in a second here when we'll start traveling, he's going to see who else is going. I think that's a good move. He could even just wait until they launch and then figure out and go someplace else.
What I would do if I was him is I would wait until they launch, be capable to launch, but have an army. But it's kind of hard to do that if you spawn in water. So that's the thing. If I spawned on land, I would wait for someone to go somewhere and then go right after them and just plop down a teleporter and then just invade because they would not be able to set up. Custer's being really risky by sending his commander there. He's getting a few more seconds, but he doesn't have the capabilities to use a teleporter, which is really risky because if somebody pops down a teleporter and starts sending units through, there's nothing you're going to be able to do
pretty
except for lose.
fast.
Well, he doesn't have the capabilities on here either, is what I meant. Like, he's not preparing to fight that.
Yeah. He got an Avenger out right away, which is interesting. And
Might be trying to snipe somebody.
Yep. Max also got actually Avengered first and then got his commander going. And he's going to the metal planet.
Same place. Is he going to the metal planet? Oh, yes. I couldn't see the line. Yeah, the art for the orbital transition lines kind of look weird sometimes.
Yep. So they're not going to run into each other. Well, it looks like I see multiple things heading to the moon. So Max may be sending something to fight there. So
Max is going to the moon. Custard is sending his fighter to the moon as well, it looks like. I thought it was going to the metal planet, really. Oh,
there's purple. We've already got 2 Avengers by Brown, but no. Now he's building an Astreus. I guess he really didn't want to get shot down. But he doesn't. He has a deep space radar, but no, or orbital radar, but no energy to power.
Which is unfortunate.
All right, so Custard's looking pretty good again because he's the only one going to the moon so far, and everyone else is heading to the metal planet.
As long as Custard can't get planets in his control, then it should be just fine.
Bombot's OP. Who said that? Orange. I don't know why he said that. So, did he get hit?
Yeah, there's no bombots around him or anything. He's got Custard's old stuff, and he's not taking that metal over there, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, so he's actually finally working on his launcher. Oh, actually, so there's a little fight over the moon space here, shooting the radar, but the radars are actually a little tanky. That, yeah, now he's gonna kill that. He's gonna lose that.
Oh, it's blocking for it. I can really shoot it behind it.
Oh yeah, look at that.
The orbital
Nice
fighter.
micro.
Yeah.
Still got it. He is just not gonna do anything about it. And I think that's probably fine. Like, it's too bad he lost that radar, but and then over on, so everybody's actually just still getting to. So Max is hovering over the metal planet, but hasn't landed, so he is distracted. And
somebody's building an anchor over Custard.
There goes
Somebody's
Brown.
shooting up.
Brown looks to be headed to the moon. So Max finally landing. With everybody abandoning, not so horrible to be back on the main planet now. But you still have to duke it out with their defenses.
Looks like Phil is winning the eco war on the main planet.
Yes, because he ignored
He's got all
or
that,
he's actually working on
all that
a
nice
T2
juicy.
vehicle effect.
Yep. I hope we see some T2 vehicles or T2 bots or anything T2 for
Yeah.
that matter during this.
Because basically what happened is we looked at T1 and we said, like, this feels like it's in a pretty good place. We don't really need to do a lot with that, except for we removed the redundant bot and vehicle anti-air. And
Wait,
then,
what do you mean?
well, there was anti-air in both, and we got rid of the bot one.
Mm-hmm.
There is no T1 bot anti-air.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that.
There were some principles we had, like we wanted the best armies should be a mix of units, and that doesn't mean that that it's not viable to have a non-mix of units. It's just the best armies will contain a mix. And so combat fabbers. Oh, by the way, combat fabbers now cannot help build anything but mines, obviously, and Big Pink Army taking out the brown base, by the way. Mines and the tier 2 ones can still build teleporters like they could before.
Which is, I think, is a pretty good company.
And then what were they? Oh, but they use 0 energy. So if you send them with your army to repair, it doesn't cost you any energy. It will still cost you metal, but
yeah, but it has to.
It has to.
Otherwise, it
would be OP. And we just don't do that, you know.
No.
Okay. Oh, look at the duking out that they. So there was like a commander boxing on the metal planet that we missed. Lots of walls went up, but the looks like purple.
Max.
Yeah.
Andrew's got
pushed off Max, so now he's got his vehicles coming out. I think that vehicles are a stronger choice for this kind of boxing. Actually, I'm not so sure because the grenadiers will shoot. Oh, he's getting the bomb bots.
Bomb bots out again. I don't know why he's going with the bomb bots again.
They're fun, man. They're like fun.
Yeah.
Who else is on the planet? No. I thought there was.
It'll be interesting to see if this Inferno versus these bomb bots goes, how that works out.
The Infernos generally do very well versus bomb bots. Like the turret on the Inferno turns pretty fast, so unless you do like a specific split, yeah, I don't think this is going to go well for Max.
Max could have gone and he could have found something else and totally pulled this off, but he's decided to go bomb bots.
Well, he's pretty well screwed because he's only got 45 metal per second, and Andreas has 156. So he's just like, I think he should wander off. He should throw up some defenses to make it difficult and obnoxious to get to, and then run.
Being an orbital fabricator, it might be different because it could just plop an anchor down.
Yeah,
right there,
an anchor would help him a lot
difficult.
there. Let's see what's going on. Amusingly, Brown lost his base on the main planet, but he still has the circling airplanes patrolling. He did manage to run away with some fabricators. Actually, that's one thing I've thought about, but I haven't.
Well
What's that?
The Infernos. Bomb bots actually do pretty well against the Infernos.
Did they?
Yeah. They kind of just went right past it, and they just kept running by, and then they blew up on the sides.
One thing I hadn't thought about until after we did the the change for combat fabbers is they should be great at reclaiming. So if you need metal, you could just go reclaim the combat fabbers. Yeah. They should really.
That's nice to get rid of trees and whatnot to help at least. It'd be nice if you could put them to assist fabricators and they would just clear the trees away. I don't know if they still do that. I guess they will still do that.
No, they won't assist. Won't help.
Oh. It'd be nice if you could put them on assist or just clear the trees and then just sit there. But I guess you could just put them on a patrol to clear the trees.
He's running his bots away. So Metal Planet. This looks like the end of Max.
Yep, Max is
Bruno
dead.
coming in. Yep, there it is.
Oh.
Okay, so that means that, like, from a strategic perspective, Andreas has the Metal Planet to himself for now. Burnt Custard seems to have the moon to himself. He's actually cleared off Brown for the most part. Brown has like 1 tank left. So that looks like he's in good shape.
Stuck on a factory. That's a glitch right there. I've got some glitches earlier on today where if I placed a factory sometimes, like the units wouldn't roll off completely and they'd all get stuck and bunched up on the front. And like they were ending up just rolling around on top of the factory and stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
Like it was really weird.
Apparently
I'll have to go back and highlight it.
Every game.
If you look at the moon, there's this one tank there that's just... Okay, now it died. I was going to say, because it was just floating there and couldn't get killed. We're seeing T2 on the main there. Oh, there's the Infernals.
So, Burnt Custard's getting his teleporter up on the moon. Obviously, he wants to get some work done on some other planets. Looks like Brown has a bunch of T2 moving into Orange's base on the main planet.
Orange is getting his run through by Black.
Yeah, he actually could lose his commander right here. Commander's already like suddenly down to half health, and the yeah, he let that Vanguard get in, and
didn't go T2.
Vanguards are still powerful.
Didn't go T1 really either. Have any
Yeah,
T1?
he got
One T1 factory.
So,
if he had units, I think that would have gone way better.
Like, yeah, the complete lack of units makes it more difficult.
She's like, T2's OP. Well, I mean, anything versus nothing is OP.
Yes.
You can see Purple actually embracing the old meta of multiple groups of fabricators with his power.
Yeah, he's got a huge set of fabricators, but they're not doing anything. Oh.
They were building power.
So there's a giant incursion by Custard on the main planet.
Oh yeah.
He's
building air.
Building air because he can bring in the other stuff, but he needs to build the air there. I think that's a good move. I think
you should definitely take away the ability to assist powers on things because he's been doing that and they just sit there and drop constantly.
Sorry, they assist what on things?
Bombers on things, and they'll just sit on top of it and drop their bombs in a line, like directly they're all hit.
That's they shouldn't be able to sit there.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got some Strayus coming up with for
Bombots versus Vanguards. Nope.
Where is that?
Pink and black, in between pink and black. He's just passed up the Vanguards. He's going for the shellers and whatnot. Or no, it's sitting there.
Bombots should destroy shellers.
The speed of the Bombots is actually really interesting because the head of the turret can't spin that fast. So.
Yeah. Yes.
And now he's going after Purple and just going after the factories.
So, economy-wise, Philoscience is actually in the lead, and then Liquius is next, and then Custard is third. So, he hasn't really...
Phil's got the production.
What's that?
Phil's got the production.
Yeah.
Brown is trying to build up a orbital launcher next to Philo's base, but I guess he's got no eco. I don't know where his commander is.
Brown just landed on the moon, and he is going to be sad. Like,
he's going to die. He's going to fight the great fight and take one for the team.
Yeah, He's
That Uber Cannon did nothing.
yeah. Uber Cannons. We have an armor system, and the only place we
Mhm.
use it in the game is Uber Cannon versus buildings.
It would be nice if tactical missiles didn't do that much damage to buildings and they were more versus units.
So we actually do
I
have a
don't
plan
know.
for that. We haven't done this. Oh wow, he took out a big chunk of power there.
Giant chunk of power. Good thing he's on T2 power.
I think we want.
Idea.
Right, like it's really kind of lame and
Mhm.
frustrating when there's an army coming in and I bring my army and he just runs away around my base and kind of incidentally
And
kills all my buildings. Right,
Yeah.
like if he's running away, like he'd better have a really big army for him to be able to just eat away at all the
I
buildings
don't
at the
think
same time.
shellers should do a lot of damage against buildings. Because, like, I've done that especially a lot. Like, you can just skirt around the side of the base and just wreck half of it because it's in range. If shellers didn't do a lot of damage to buildings, then you really couldn't do that, and you'd have to use other units and have to have a mix. Sorry to interrupt you with that.
Yeah. All right. So my Twitch chat points out that I never use my Twitch chat feature in game that I wrote, and it's really that I forget.
Log in, yeah.
And
It would be
by
nice if it could remember you or something.
yeah, we don't have any way to
I
say
don't know if
your
it's possible.
password securely. Okay, so I should have it on now. There we go. Okay, Custard, still safe on the planet.
Oh,
So, actually, Purple, Andreas on the metal planet, he still could be invaded.
yes, he could. But he has units, and he has the production. But
His
he doesn't
units
have the
and
eco,
production, yeah.
which
He
needs to
actually
work on.
does have some defenses. And he's got some patrolling,
He's-
so he might notice pretty quickly. But,
He's also not throwing just bomb bots.
yes.
Does he have an orbital radar? Can he
Wait.
see it coming? No.
There is
Mustard has a
an Avenger over his
orbital
base.
fighter. Yep. Mm-hmm. Pink and black are going at it, and looks like pink is winning. We've got some bombers, T2 bombers in play for him. Those look really cool. I like those.
Custard has that base, but he's not. Oh, he's building T2 Air. Interesting. I wonder if he just wants to play with it. Well, the reality is that we tested a bunch of Tu2 versus T1 scenarios in isolation. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
he didn't defend those bombers.
I think
but we
I like those
haven't.
a lot. I
We
like
don't have
how they are.
comprehensive testing with them in mass, so could be wrong.
I I like the move speed, and I like range and everything about them. I like those a lot, how they work.
The new bombers.
Yeah, the new T2 bombers.
Yeah, they're cool. Like they're just
It's a really cool original idea for a unit that I haven't seen anything like before. Well, Black is making the critical mistake of not having any T2 anti-air or air units, and
Yeah,
he's just whacking his T2 air.
Yep. He's got no anti-air. Few bomb bots coming in, but he's just got that giant blob. It'll be interesting to see how this big blob of tier 1 does versus this kind of small group of tier 2 tanks.
So
he does have some
focus
tier
by the
2 in there.
Shellers.
He's got like,
he's got
like 4 or 5 shellers.
I think 5. That's a good mix right there.
Yeah.
I think. An optimal mix.
Snap. So, question from the stream: with tier 2 bombers, why do I need Kestrels? The answer is that Kestrels are the fast raiding units. They can just run out and like wreck some stuff and then flee.
Mm-hmm.
And the
bombers
are more of a siege assault type unit. So that tier 2 army did very well versus that tier 1 army, but he's lost almost all of it. So it was actually surprisingly equal.
That was really even, and I liked that. His shellers kind of took out Black shellers.
Yeah.
And then Black just kind of sweeped up with the
and then these bomb bots, I think, are gonna kill everything.
I like the bomb bots versus the vanguards. I like how that works because they don't constant fire, so they're not invincible against it. So it's a really easy counter to them.
Yeah.
But you need a lot of them. That'll help against vanguard drops.
Yeah, we really just wanted to make like interesting unit mixes relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that makes for better gameplay.
That was our hope. So to continue to answer that question about Kestrels versus bombers, they're super fast, but they have a quarter of the damage they used to. Bomb bots do. And then the bombers, like they shoot those TAC missiles, which are good single target DPS, but Kestrels you can afford to build in bigger groups, and the bombers are just slow.
It looks like Phil is going to win this main planet.
Yes.
Black definitely needs to move his commander out into the sea.
So there's a Sizzix being built by Custard on the moon, and there's surprisingly little anti-orbital on the metal planet. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes with that.
Have you thought about how you're going to balance those at all? XXXs with multi-planets? Yeah.
I mean, I think if you've got good orbital defenses, they're...
Well, I mean, you can drop 5 of them right on top of a commander and one-shot it, and it's dead. There's nothing to prevent that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that... so one thing that we want is we do want it to be possible for games to end. Stalemates suck. And so
I totally...
I don't think that's really the way I want to see one of them end, but you know, there does get to be some value in having your commander moving when you're in that situation, and having him moving in areas that have anti-orbital, so that if they show up, before they can move over and take them out, like, they'll be dead, right? Anchors and umbrellas, right?
Yes, yes. I'm not saying that it's unbalanced. I'm just saying that a lot of people ask questions about that, and a lot of people have concerns about that, from what I've heard.
So Custard's making this move on the metal planet. Yeah.
Yep.
So you can see that he's got one anchor up there, and it takes a while for an anchor to shoot down a metal structure, right? Like they don't do a ton of damage. That was another thing we looked at and then didn't end up changing. We were just like, okay, is it OP? So he's building a umbrella. I don't know if it's in range of those guys. One thing, community member sent me a private message saying that the umbrella range looked wrong, and
That was me.
oh, was that you? Okay, so we are fixing that. What was happening is that the umbrella range is a capsule, or
Uh-huh.
so it's like a range around it at ground height that goes up as a
Uh-huh.
cylinder and then has a sphere on top
Okay.
at the other side. So the ground range was
Gotcha.
actually accurate, but then by the time you got out that angle to the orbital range, it was no
Mhm.
longer in range. So what we're going to
Okay.
do is we're going to make, since it only shoots orbital, we're going to make it so that it figures out what is the circle of orbital that I cover, and then we're going to
Uh-huh.
make sure that it draws the projection like the lines that come
You
down
would-
from orbital at that radius. So
It'd be interesting if you had it show its range in the orbital layer, like a shaded layer would be nice, possibly.
say that again.
Like, it's a semi-see-through layer on the orbital layer, like it's on the circle,
Yeah,
and it just looks like a clear sheet, the circle of the range.
yeah.
That'd be a cool way to show it, I think.
So this is a pretty massive fight on of Custard's invasion here.
It is. It looks like Custard's gonna lose it.
Yeah, this might be Custard's last stand. No, I'm kidding. Terrible. He has another. He does have another teleporter up, and I don't see units coming through it yet, but it is open. So I imagine. Yeah, he's got units. They're just starting to head through now.
It's already
so-
enough health, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does have.
It's got a lot of health. I think it's got a lot of health.
It's got 9,750. I set it to that because, ooh, nice tower. Ooh, he's gonna lose that fabricator. I set it to that so that it would be super tough but not withstand a nuke. But man, it's a pretty cheap unit to be spending a nuke on. But
I
again,
think Black was powering other new died.
so here comes another army, purple army, and there's another teleporter up. So really, super epic battle. Pink is really.
I think Black played it.
Pink owns the main planet, except for Custard's beachhead there.
Custard's a lot of airhead right there.
Yeah, and I
It's
think
just
he's
a
just gonna
lot.
let that. He's actually stopped producing the tier 1 stuff, and he's only producing tier 2 there.
Where's your FPS at? I'm just curious.
My FPS is 20.
Okay.
And
I
I've
wonder
got
why
I've got
mine's
VSync on, so I'll. Everybody tells me I should not have VSync on. Okay, I'll change it.
I guess your computer's just way better than mine.
My computer is quite good.
I was sitting at 10. I had the stream on accident. I am streaming too, so but you are streaming as well. So
Oh. So he's got quite a few anchors up there. I do like this ability to start a beachhead in orbital and then work your way down.
I do like that too.
Nobody's built any nukes yet, I've noticed. Nukes are still
Black tried to build one.
nukes are still very expensive. They're 86,000 metal. I'm just not sure. Skaze and I have not come to an agreement on what nuke should. Oh, look, he built some of those catapults. That's pretty cool.
Who built?
Custard did on the metal planet. So he's trying to establish his beachhead with both towers and those catapults. Give him a little range. So I think Custard's going to try to win. Okay, he's got his fight. Pink is coming over to kick him out. Oh, snap. Anchors are actually pretty good against bomb bots.
There.
Freaks squint small damage.
It's a good thing against clusters of units, because they do kind of splash over and whatnot. Oh my. All that air just died.
Yeah.
Really cool with the new particle effects on air. His air fights look really intense.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like they would have this tiny explosion, but now we have like the blown apart explosion. May not stay that way.
It's the old anti-nuke.
Yeah, it's the anti-nuke explosion, and you know we're like told our effects guy,
It looks cool.
we're using this because it looks cool. Until you do otherwise, I think Custard's going to lose this.
Yep, he's not moving it.
He's not.
I don't know why he's got so many scouts. He's got so many scouts because he's just preparing for the laser to move in. So it's a minor problem for him.
Yeah. Okay, looking at this, I think my FPS went down. No, it's still 1520. Sim looks like it's actually struggling now. So one thing you'll notice is that if you switch to another planet, your FPS will change
Stuff loads
dramatically.
in. Yeah.
Because we don't tell you about stuff that's going on that you can't actually see.
That's good. I like that.
So that's a huge network benefit. And then obviously we don't try to draw that either.
Have you noticed the issue with notifications and then your F dropping when you get a lot of notifications?
I have not.
It might be a good thing to test that, like set up a base and then just walk through it, or have somebody walk through yours and just see how your performance does. I noticed that I've been getting some performance issue with it, and some other people have said things to me, and I've been talking to the people about it. And it seems like the general consensus is that people's FPS drops and just poops.
Well, we're working on the general like UI lag problem. But I'm going to put that in as a specific issue. I'm doing that right now.
I like the new.
Sorry, viewers. I am no longer. Okay.
I like the new catapults. They look really, really cool, and I like their usage.
Yeah, they fire a lot faster now too, right? Like before, it was
Mm-hmm.
once every 10 seconds, and it took energy to recharge. And now they don't take energy to recharge, and they fire, I think, 4 seconds. So you can get a
It
bunch
looks
of them in the
pretty
air.
cool how Custard's holding on to this metal planet with just the.
Okay, a bunch of
catapults, and
shellers
then,
coming in.
I
They
think
could actually.
They're gonna wreck that.
Yeah, that is a good response. Their range is so high.
It's close to where it may be a little bit too much, but I feel like it's close to where it could be. It could be perfect.
Yeah.
He's started to producing a bunch of Avengers to try and get rid of those anchors, but he's just gonna have to mass up a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And then Custard's expanding with his anchors, and he's not got umbrellas up all around a Custard yet, which would be a good idea to do.
Well, he is doing one right now to the east of Custard's spot. Got one. He's actually got 3 umbrellas at range there, just outside. So that will slow down the expansion. But now Custard's actually building some right over his base, or farther to the west. So did he finally kick Custard off? He did.
Custard is now like officially not on the ground. He might as well be. So his shellers are just getting rid of all that sense. I'm surprised nobody's tried to invade Custard yet.
So the question from the chat is, will there be some defense versus tactical missiles? The answer is yes. Sniper bots now will shoot down tactical missiles. I see a teleporter going down on the main planet by Science. Oh, Custard actually has just a bunch of Avengers flying around. I think with effort, like, he could assault. Oh, I see some multiple Physics heading off of heading. Where are they heading?
Custard is building engines. He's got engines built. He's got 2 engines built. He's working on his 3rd. It looks like he's preparing to laser snipe somebody and then just drop on somebody else with the planet.
Yeah, it's like I don't really care which fight I win. I just want to win one of them.
I think he might laser the metal planet and then go there and then drop the main planet. We'll have to see. Because Andreas' commander is stationary.
Okay, Andreas has a huge set of Avengers coming into Custard's orbital. And
They're just wrecking those umbrellas. Their anchors.
yeah, they're going to take that out pretty quickly, I think.
Yep. Put up all that nonsense.
Yeah. That is a lot.
That is a lot.
Now, if they get in range, wow, that he should just move that deep space radar off. Not gonna live, so he might as well just vacate. Wow, he's got one more attempt at a teleporter from a Faber on the ground there. Funny. He better have a big set of units ready to go though, and it doesn't look like he does. So he's got his Halleys up.
Teleporter was already dead.
He's
On
building
the metal.
anti-nukes with his commander, and he's also got a lot of umbrellas around that. I feel like he should have some anchors above his commander as well. And his commander is conveniently not right underneath his space station.
Oh, somebody died.
Oh,
Pillow got lasered.
Pillow got lasered. I'm going to go back here real quick. And
I think he got lasered. He must have gotten lasered.
he must have gotten lasered.
Must have.
Alright. Where? Can't tell if he's already dead or.
It just happened around 34, probably.
I just don't see the. Let me
He might have killed himself. That's kind of weird.
Did he do something crazy and like leave planet?
I think so.
Can't find his commander. I'm at 3353.
The chrono.
Okay, I give up. But he's dead. So, so he's gone. So now there should be a race, and I think it's going to go very well for
Custard.
Custard because he's just got
Yep.
proximity.
Nothing, doesn't look like anything killed him. He just blew up. Around 34.
Yeah, I think maybe he. It was more of a personal blow up then. There's actually Sizzix heading out to the metal planet. It'll be very interesting to see if they race for this Earth-like planet. Custard actually has the metal advantage now. No, he's actually
It looks
heading
like
out.
he blew himself up with bomb bots. Pillow blew himself
There's
up
no
with his own
friendly
bomb
fire on
bots, is
this.
what it looks like. I
So
guess
he
so.
arrives
So,
with
I
a
mean,
lot
like-
of Avengers, and he's shooting down Custard's space station. And there are no umbrellas underneath that.
Look on the lasers. He does have 3 umbrellas around his commander. Four.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna work. There they go.
So here's a Sizzix coming in over the base. They're going
Multiple
for these umbrellas.
umbrellas. It'd be nice if they did flak. Oh, no, the laser
Oh,
just
he was
went
going to
straight
the
on top of
commander.
Yep.
Oh, he might get
And
him.
he's gonna get him.
Nope, not
Nope.
quite.
Oh my goodness.
So close.
Look at that health bar.
Wow.
I wonder if he noticed.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it all happened with auto fire. Yep, he's getting healed now. And he has a nuke that's mostly done. huge wave of additional units. Can't even tell if one of them is a scissor.
Custard might actually try and reclaim him with the orbital fibers. Yep. No, he's building an umbrella under.
No, I don't think you can reclaim from orbital fibers.
You can.
Oh, he might actually just build this anchor and try to target it on the commander.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting the umbrellas actually. Yeah, because he can build them like super fast.
There he goes. He's shooting the commander. Commander's moving away.
Those shots only do like 100, and he's got like a bunch of fabricators on him. I don't think he can do it.
No, and he's moving away. He just needs to shoot those umbrellas and take those out. And all the fabricators are dead.
All the
So
fabricators
it's
are
two
dead.
anchors down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he should be able to see that there's a giant opening on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, he should. He's definitely got half range on it.
Oh, here comes the smashing moon. Moon's on the way, so he's gonna just hop off and. Now, does hopping off crash?
No, you can still get. Oh, the destroyers, he might not make it off. He just needs to go through the teleporter.
Oh yeah.
He might not be able to hop off it. He has to go through the teleporter. Otherwise, he won't get out of orbit. And it goes into the sun.
Where is this commander?
No, his commander's going to the teleporter. And the teleporter's on the main planet. Almost there.
I don't know if
It's
his
almost there,
teleporter is
too.
gonna get done in time. He's gonna get to that teleporter in time.
He-
It's
Yep,
really
he's gonna get there.
close.
He's at the entrance.
There he goes.
Yep, it went through. Just got off. Like 10 seconds too close.
Wouldn't it have been
Oh,
funny if he...
no, he got picked up in the Astraeus.
So he's
That was
flying.
weird.
He's flying. Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, it looked like he went through the teleporter and then he jumped back into the Astraeus and the game's over.
The game is over.
Big Phil just killed himself.
That's too bad. He
Also
like
Smash.
deprived us of our
Or
smash.
Smash. That's another thing, like the game screen, the end screen comes up a little too fast, I think.
Yeah, it used to be like 30 seconds, but for Galactic War, it was like super confusing and
Mm-hmm.
easy for you to abandon your Galactic War and lose. So we made it come up a lot faster.
Okay.
This game end screen is super lame, so we're gonna fix it.
Okay.
Like that was like a.
I hoped it
fix.
wasn't gonna. Yeah. I guess we're gonna move back up.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I'm at
It looks like you blew yourself
Hello.
up with bomb bots.
We
Yeah,
didn't
it
get to
was
see the
something like
planet
that.
smash. I'm
Yeah,
upset.
Yeah.
I'm
Why
actually-
did you abort the planet smash? Do you hate
Well,
war
I
or
didn't.
something?
The guy killed himself.
I'm genuinely upset by that.
I'm
Like
surprised
well.
I didn't get the SXX tonight. I should have sent in the radars and stuff first. It would have
Yeah.
done it easily.
Stuart, is your game still up?
It was a mistake, but I guess
Yeah,
my
it
backup
is.
plan. I had a backup plan.
Oh, I deleted my modded files, I think, so I can't join it.
I'll be right back.
Oh, this was far too long, seriously.
Do a team game on a single planet lava.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
good.
fact, hold on.
Can I maybe have a spectator slot as well?
I need to put my cheat mods back in.
This took hours, seriously.
Like deleting your enemy's commander and stuff like that.
It took 40 minutes, is what you mean.
45-minute hours.
Minutes, hours.
Can you hack so you can delete your enemy's commanders?
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think you can.
Hmm.
Custard has made a mod like that. Then
Yeah,
there's also an
That can
insane
be a
movement
card on
speed.
Galactic War.
Like the commander can walk to the other side of the planet in like a blink of an eye, basically. It's ridiculous.
Like that bacon commander.
Oh, I haven't seen the Bacon Commander yet.
The Bacon Commander.
Yeah, it's in the Galactic War. It's a pickup. It's super fast and has like 3 times as much health.
Does it turn your commander into a piece of bacon, though? That's the real question. Like, that seems like almost something you should do that paid $1,000. Just get a strip of bacon with arms and legs.
Hey, I'd play it.
Would you let that happen over, or did you let somebody actually get that as their custom?
I think that there's a set of criteria for
Rules?
how the backers they work with the artist to come up with the design, and then
Okay.
the artists actually build it.
That's cool.
So there's some guidelines, like there's you can choose which of the different skeletons you use, like the quadruped or the humanoid or the tank.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I'd still say Bacon Commander would be amazing, though.
Yeah,
Really
I'm
want me to
with
stick
you on
a
that one.
Bacon. We gotta spend money on
I have
it.
I have a
spend
hoodie that
30
says
bucks.
bacon is OP on it, so I mean the Uber guys were kind enough to throw me that at PAX on the way out the door, so it's nice.
But the Runcat, I'm sorry that you didn't see the plan smash.
Yeah,
That wasn't
I'm
planned.
very sorry too. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm very very sorry.
That's
Some of my
not fair.
streamers sorry as well.
Yeah, that's
I bet they are. I bet they are.
I didn't think,
Andreas, are you happy with yourself?
no, I,
Negatively
Are you
impact
pleased?
the community.
I'm
current
feeling
state-
so sorry, the Runcat. Seriously.
Hey, Meta.
I didn't think it through, you know?
I won the ground war. That's the only honest war.
Oh, I won the T1.
I won.
I was the
I'm
only
gonna
one
find
that
that out.
damaged the base of burnt custard.
But I
If
guess
one, though, I'm gonna run to this planet. Please don't kill me.
Hey, Meta.
Mm-hmm.
How do you become a backer?
Well, when the
Okay.
Kickstarter was running, you would contribute money to the Kickstarter in order to become a backer, and the people who contributed $1,000 or more got to, have the opportunity to have their custom command.
At this point in
Yeah.
time, what spectacular feats would one have to perform to become a backer worthy of having a commander made?
I don't know. Like I think
Win a tournament.
there was a tournament. We did do one for the tournament, and just so you guys know, John was actually not so keen for that because he was like, you know how expensive it is to make one of those commanders? Like that was a huge prize.
But it was a fantastic prize.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was
fantastic
awesome.
prize. So I'm glad we did it. But it's not necessarily something that we can. Like we need to be
Sustainable,
working
yeah.
on the backer commanders.
who won that tournament?
That was the PA gods, wasn't it?
Godder and
Be-
Giggle, I think.
God
Would
and
be
Giggle, yeah.
interesting.
I got to
Go ahead,
play
Andy,
with the
Giggle.
Beast. The only time I have ever played with the Beast command was at PAX because they forgot to lock it on the PAX machines.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to hold other tournaments and give away the same commander.
I'll put a game up if you guys want
But
to join.
sparingly.
Yeah, I'm just about to fire up a game of the Realm Balance.
Oh,
command.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, Meta.
Looks
Yeah, no
like
problem.
you want.
Okay.
Do we have to change anything to play that?
No, I can, as long as someone has got the latest files, hosts it, then the rest of you should be able to see it as long as you have at least cheats enabled on your PTE build.
Ooh, how do I do that?
I don't
Fellow
know.
Science, can I have
You
my
go to
paper
the
swap,
filtered
please?
mod games bit and just
Yeah. On
Yeah,
the,
it's-
I just left the game I was hosting.
on the
PT or
server
stable?
browser, all you have to do is change the bottom filter, which by default says non-modded games is the only one checked. You just have to also check modded
Got
games,
it.
and then you'll be able to see
Got it. Cool.
I'm just updating my manifest, so once that's done, I should be golden.
We're gonna do a team game next, right?
I hope so, yes.
I think I'm
Stable
going to do the
RPT.
dinner game.
Ooh.
So
The dinner
for
game.
all you viewers who are watching, you want to go to Posidian's stream.
You should probably link that in the chat.
Yeah, I will.
Hit one cat.
Yes.
Do you know it'd be awesome and fun and probably take 5 months to do?
Go on.
If Uber like some people make a sketch of a commander and they can send it to Uber and whichever Uber likes they create it and make it and put it on Plantain Island. That'd be awesome.
What do you reckon, Meta? Do you reckon that's something we can do? Have a competition, submit a sketch, and get it made into the game? Or is that expensive again?
You never know what's going to happen, but I'm going to say that some of you I know are inebriated. And so,
I think if it was a competition like Knights, and whoever made the best like 3D model like Knights, because his is really nice right now, then maybe it could be put into the game rather easily.
Well, that's a rather high entrance threshold. To be
Well,
fair.
exactly.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those
that's
things
kind
where
of
it's
to
like
help there not be too many
there's actually
entries
a
to make
whole
it easy for Uber.
there's a whole style guide that the art team has for Planetary Annihilation, and it would have to fit in with that, and etc.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All right, guys, good times and great oldies and all that, but I am going to take off.
Yeah, bye, man.
Well, I
Time
hope
with
you
you.
have fun
Good
playing
night.
in the game.
Bye.